welcome to Homestead Farms. In this video, we're going to be making some planting boxes that would do perfect in anybody's backyard. Let's begin. So this right here is one of the planting boxes that's done. Here is one of them laid out. We still got to put the sides on. And here is the lumber for the one that's not built yet. So you can kind of see the little step-by-step process here of how these have been built, and we've just built them out of fencing, you know, that great old thing. It'll be enough to hold some dirt in. These are 12 foot by 3, so 2 6-foot boards. So we'll go ahead and begin building that one, or I should say putting it together. For this other box, I will begin by making sure all of these fence posts are straight on these pieces of 2x4 that I cut out. Each one of these pieces of 2x4 is about 1.5 inches. So, and those just go right there. But we'll be using this one for a middle piece. So, getting these all straight and lining them up on this line here. What line I'm talking about is the edge of the 2x4. So once we get that all nice and straight, we want to make sure the back end is also straight. Now that we have all of the boards lined up where we need them, we can go ahead and start attaching them. Now this wood is really dry and it's going to split a little bit. But we won't go too hard on it. Just enough. And because these split in a few spots, we're going to go ahead and throw in a third screw at an angle. See, the purpose of this 2x4 is not only for structural integrity on the sides, but it also gives somewhere for the ends to screw into. That is the same thing we did on the other box, and it's the same thing we will be doing on this box. Now, we got to move to the centerpiece where we will overlap the fence boards over our 2x4 so we can get the full 12 feet of box. Because this board is bent, we'll go ahead and send a screw in it, but not all the way, so that we can still move it forward and secure it. Now that we have that overlapped, we can add our last group of screws. Now that we have both boards secured and have our full 12 feet, we want to add another layer of wood right here, because this has created basically a giant hinge. The minute we go to pick it up, it'll stay connected, but it will bow quite substantially, making us risk breaking the side. So that is why we will use this right here. We won't use the full length of it, only 16.5 inches of it, and we will just lay that right over the top. Now, because we are putting a strap, basically, over this weak spot, we can't use the 1 1/4 screws. We have to move to a longer screw. Now, the reason we wanted to use longer screws was so that we could go all the way through the material and sandwich that together to give it a nice rigid structure. Now that we have most of the board done, we just have to add our end, which is the same as we did on the other side, where we add the 2x4 as the corner. Now I just have to repeat that 2 more times, 3 more times, a few more times, and we'll have another box. So now, repeating the same process we did on this one over here, we will do this one just like that. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me on this video. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.